Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Comics You Crave. I am Brian West, and that's Ryan Tomlinson, and today we're going to be talking about a comic from Dynamite Comics. Ash versus the Army of Darkness, issue 0, 1, and 2, this week on the show.
So those are the current 3 issues right now that are out from Dynamite Publishing. If you would like to see it digital, like Brian and I did, you can find them on Dark Horse Digital. They have an agreement, so all the Dynamite comics are on Dark Horse Digital. So that's how we read it. And I'm going to say, before I dive into what my thoughts were, the writer is Chad Bowers and Chris Sims. The art is by Mauro Vargas. And like I said, from Dynamite, it is a teen plus. I mean, it's Ash versus the Army of Darkness. It's going to be bloody.
There's guts.
Oh my god, so violent and dark.
Deadites.
So let's see. How do we want to start this?
Well, let's just basically. So this comic basically sets up right after the movie Army of Darkness, with a little bit of a variation we'll talk about here in a minute. But basically, it takes place right after. Imagine the scene in Army of Darkness when he shoots the lady, the Deadite that pops up at the S-Mart.
Yes.
This issue 0 starts with him getting fired from S-Mart.
Yeah.
Right?
And the way he gets fired is pretty good.
So
I mean,
issue 0 is basically like a after story from Army of Darkness. And,
it's setting up the bridge between Army of Darkness and this comic.
Now, I believe this is an ongoing series. It doesn't say 1 of 5 or 1 of 10, but this story arc. So I don't know if the entire story arc is going to be set in the same place, but this story arc has Ash going to high school because the Necronomicon has possessed a school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got very much it's got like a Breakfast Club demon possession vibe going on with Ash thrown in the middle, and it's fantastic.
You know, it's been such a long time. I've not been watching the Starz show.
Mm-hmm. I've watched every episode.
But oh my god, this comic just had everything that I wanted. I've been having a stressful as fuck week with dealing with work and a whole bunch of other, fucking life shit. And I swear to God, man, these reading. I just read all 3 issues in one giant breath. It was the most. I was laughing, and I was having a great fucking time, and I loved the shit out of this comic. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, the artwork is great. The story, the story is fucking nailing it right on. It is Ash when he walks into his first day in the class. He's like, I'm Mr. Williamson, and who's reading the fucking book, basically?
Don't spoil too much. This is the first page of the first issue, and the dialogue goes as, "All right, you little hormonal maniacs, listen up. My name is Mr. Williams, and school is now in session."
Yeah.
I mean, it's just this comic is so Ash. It is Ash. Yeah. The writer nailed Ash. Ash as a character can be a little one-dimensional sometimes, but to really write him well, you have to get his nuances. That's what makes Ash so great, is his comedic timing. He always walks in right at the right time and says the right thing, and this comic book is full of those moments.
Yeah, he found his car.
It is Ash. It's Ash. Now, like you said about the TV show, I've been watching the Starz show, and this fits right in with that. My only pet peeve with this comic a little bit is, now, the Army of Darkness universe, the Ash universe, is never really kind of lined up. It's a lot of what-if stories for the most part, which is fine. But with the TV show, because this takes place after Army of Darkness, and the TV show also takes place after Army of Darkness, they set this kind of in now times, like their Twitter and Facebook, and everyone's got smartphones. I kind of wish they would have set this right in the 80s after he came back from Army of Darkness, because then you could easily play, because this fits right into what you would think as a continuation with the TV show. So this series could easily have been part of this main universe, believable main universe, had they just not set it a little bit farther in the future. But it's such a small complaint, because even without that, it feels exactly like Ash versus the Evil Dead on Stars. It feels exactly like Army of Darkness and Evil Dead. It is Ash, and they've nailed it. And honestly, this artwork, I really enjoyed the artwork. It's kind of a little bit exaggerated, which works really well for the storytelling.
At some point, it seemed more like animated TV show, kind of in a way, but in a good way. I'm not saying that negatively at all. But God, yeah, I love the writing. I love the art. I love the giant fight with the frog. And
it was something different that we haven't seen yet. This is the second. This is the second Army of Darkness story comics that we've reviewed, and I can say this: they've really nailed the character of Ash and put him into a comic where you really, like you said, feel like you're reading. You're watching the show. It seems like Bruce Campbell is coming alive on your pages, and he's just Ash. So yeah, it's a great story. The artwork's fantastic. If you love Army of Darkness, this fits right into the universe. Other than, like I said, one small complaint, but yeah, I'm with you. I love the hell out of this. I read all 3 issues in about 30 minutes, and I'm looking forward to reading what's next.
Yeah, this is where I'm going to be honest. There's some comics where I say, yeah, I'm going to keep reading it. You know, it's like, maybe I'll wait until a trade or something comes out. I'm not going to wait for a trade on this one. I'm going to read every issue when they come out, and I'm not waiting. This is one of the few comics where I'm like excited for the next issue.
Well, they do a good job of not just giving you more of what you've already know. They expand the universe too. Like, this is the first one where they introduced the Star Unit, which is like a government paranormal like demon hunting unit. That's they're meant to protect Ash because now he's the chosen one. Like, they have the prophecy of the chosen one, the promised one. And I know there's a prophecy in Army of Darkness, but I don't remember it exactly. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. But they've totally setting him up like he's this like almost religious type figure.
Yeah.
And this is something kind of new that they played with a little bit in the movie, but we're definitely new territory as far in the comics. So I'm really excited to see where they're going with this whole thing.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to see where all the characters go, even if they do leave the high school behind. Then I'm fine with that. This is a comic book. It's about Ash and what he's going to be doing next. So I'm super stoked for this. And thank you, Dynamite, and all the creators on it.
Yeah,
you guys made my week. I needed just something that would just make me laugh and have a good week, and you guys delivered for me.
Well,
so
there you go. If you want a comic book, a few issues that are going to make you smile and turn a bad week into a great one, or you just love the hell out of Army of Darkness and you want to continue the stories of Ash Williams, Geek Dad Report highly recommends you pick up Ash versus the Army of Darkness right now on Dynamite Comics. Issues 0, 1, 2, and 3 are available, and you can get them now.
Check your comic book stores, or like we did, we get ours from digital at darkhorse.com. So,
all right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you later.
Keep reading comics, everybody. They're awesome.
Stay nerdy.